Howdy, pinball people. Koji here. Wanted to go over this Ali by Stern pinball. This is truly a classic Stern, if ever there were one. And it's designed by the infallible Harry Williams. It was released in March of 1980, and it's using that M200 board set, which was just the mainstay of Bally and Stern in this early era. An amazingly flexible board, very compatible with each one. So. Pinball collectors are always happy to happy to have them and happy to work with them. They're one of the boards that's really lasted well throughout the years. Anyway, I wanted to really go over this one. I've done a small mod to it, which you'll kind of see or hear as you will in a moment. I'm going to quickly go over the rules on the playfield as I see them, and then we'll get into some live gameplay so you can get a sense of how this one plays. And just again, apparently it wasn't a big seller when it was released, but I gotta say this is definitely a theme which I think has aged pretty well. Really nice art package. Obviously Muhammad Ali, I mean, still an icon of a lot of people. Truly one of the truly the greatest. He definitely had to prove that, and he proved it a number of times. And this pinball game is truly one of the greatest as well. Just in line with all the classic Sterns, it's going to keep your hardcore players very happy. Very clean, pure pinball at its finest. Without further ado, here we go. So these are the classic 7 beeps of a Stern startup. You want to hear 7? If you hear anything else, something's wrong. Alright, so here we go. Let's go over some gameplay just with the glass off. Ding! So that's the mod. This game, the original equipment comes with, just gives you another one of those beeps like you heard in the startup. It does a beep to launch the ball, so the start of the boxing round, and then the original would do 2 beeps at the end on the ball drain. So working with this great Pinsider, who's done a lot of modifications to a lot of classic Sterns and is actually decompiling all of the code. Slow char from Pinside was invaluable for me. I had some other hacks in mind, but this person came along and had the absolute ultimate solution, which is a modification to the ROM. So this is using a custom ROM that developed by Slowchar to make this modification for me. And it so instead of the ding, we've got it actually engaging the special relay driver. So instead of a knock on the side of the cabinet, I've rotated the coil for the special, and I've mounted a bell, a 7-inch bell. So that coil is now just hitting a bell directly, and I really love the sound, and I think it's just the perfect integration with a theme. I really kind of wish through into this originally, but honestly, as a mod, it's especially just reusing that special relay and driver. I mean, the special coil and the driver for that, everybody's got it. All you need is a bell or something that it can hit to give you that sound, and this custom ROM that's available in our classic Stern Pinside thread. Anyway, without further ado, let's so the shooting lane scale plunge is going to be the ALI at the top. This is not a huge part of the game. If you miss it, definitely don't fret. It's not a big scoring thing, but if you can get it, sure, what the heck, right? So you're just going to plunge, you know, short, long, whatever. You'll hit one of those, sometimes you'll miss, whatever. A big thing though is when you come down into these pops, you'll notice that you have 2 stand-ups in here. You have the A and you have a T. So this is the T, this is the first instance of the T. Note that we also have a T here, and these are exclusive of each other. So if you're not hitting this one, hitting that one's not going to help you. You need to get this one as well. This is actually setting. You can set it the other way around, but for the sake of this game, I prefer having to hit both T's exclusively. I think it's better. So deal with it. Let's see here. So we got some pops here. You'll try and get those, try and get the A and the T, and you really have to kind of ricochet them off the pops. After that, your ball's gonna maybe come down around here, and then you're gonna start to shoot for things. Now, lots of control on the flippers. Great Harry Williams, all about making clean shots and control for the player. First thing I usually like to do is max out my bonus, because that's gonna carry forward ball to ball. Earlier you do it, if you have a good ball, you're just going to keep maxing out. You're just going to keep collecting that bonus even on the ball drain. So it's not a bad strategy to do. So let's just go over this quickly. I'll just keep moving this bar here. So I want to point out, we have 2x here, we have 3x here. What this means is you think of this as shooting for a 3x. When you get that, you'll get this. And then this is what you have. Okay? So let's just prove it. Okay? So you're shooting for that. Like I said, I like to max this out. The first thing I try and do is, as long as I have control, I'm trying to get that. Once I got that, not a huge point scoring to get up there. We've got our max bonus. I'm good. I'm going to move on to the next thing. Typically, my next thing is going to be trying to spell this greatest word here. So let's look. So let's say we don't have any of the letters like we have now. And then we're going to see, oh. So they're our first. And note, the E in this case is tied. E is tied here and here. So you only have to hit one E. Now look, now we got an A and a T up here. So that's the second T. But let's say, yeah, so let's get that. There we go. Now you can see an S is on the inlane, but we also have options here. Notice we have G, R, E, and S. They've given us those. Sometimes you're going to get them by luck, but often you can actually make that luck happen just by timing the shot. You got it held, and you're just gonna try and hit it at the right time. So I'm just gonna do it with my fingers. Here's my S, and it's lit there. Now the last one, this one can often be tricky, is this. Obviously, you got a big outline here, so you got to kind of figure out. Oh, you're gonna get it there. But what I've been really trying to work on these days is I work on my inlane passes. That's definitely the way to collect this last T. So if you're not getting it just through the natural kind of ball in the inlane, go for the inlane pass. And here's our kind of cool effect. So the whole GI is flashing, and now I've got an opportunity for an extra ball. There's my extra ball. Big strategy. I've spelled greatest. Now I've got all these letters here. Oh, look at this. All targets down scores lighted star value plus the lighted star value for each letter of the greatest that is a hit. So 4,000. Boom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome, 32,000. Let's take it. And what's so cool about this? These things stack up. Let's say, oh, I collect this. Oh, special. I just love that. It's just like the machine's just going ape, just scoring and scoring and scoring. People beside you are like, what's going on? Ah, he's scoring an elite. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, and you can just go nuts with this greatest thing here. 1,000 plus 1,000 for each letter is lit, so that often happens too. And again, let's just show you this up here. So let's see what I spell. Doesn't matter the order. So there's an opportunity for a special. All right, and then let's hear the big collect here. I just love that. All right, I'm looking forward to playing this now. That's really about all there is to go over. As you can see, you have 3 kind of distinct areas that a player is going to want to shoot for. Lots of fun. This is an amazing shot. You can dial it in so that it's hard enough that you're not going to always just kind of go, I'm just going to spam it. But when you get it, it's a really great feeling. Up here, it's going to happen a lot. The ball will actually come up here, straight through, and this is like this is so Harry Williams. This boom comes here. You got an angle here, so the ball actually has an opportunity to strafe those 3. Okay, and often another one you can do is you can actually strafe from the backhand here, strafe up here. All right, you won't get it from a straight backhand. A straight backhand right from the cuff there is going to maybe nail that, but you can get that strafe if you kind of have the ball rolling a bit here, and then you go for the backhand, right, and then you kind of strafe it, and you're often going to hit some of these bonus ones at the same time. So that'll happen to me sometimes when I'm collecting. Again, these early Sterns, all about backhands and forehands, just amazing overall. I think those are the key parts of the strategy. Let's hear the ding ding ding. There we go. This is going to be a big collector. So we got another credit there. Just love it. Alright, let's get the next part of this video done. I'm excited. Howdy pinball people, Koji here. Just going to go over the second part of the video. If you missed it, the first part goes over just some of the rules as I see them in the general game. Anyway, getting to actual play here, just wanted to go over a few points. You know, it's dark out now, so I got my lights off and I got my my LED GI, two SMD worms, just lighting up the playfield pretty nicely. You can see pretty well with this one, pretty good illumination. The other thing you'll notice is that these controlled lights, and there are some in the back box as well. It's a combination of LEDs in the back box and some controlled lights. And with these classic Sterns, if you put LEDs in the controlled lights, they will flicker like a son of a gun. So there definitely has to be incandescent bulbs, unless you kind of hack the board up with some resistors or resistor arrays, or you can. A lot of people just get like an Alltech ultimate lamp driver or whatever, and that will handle your LEDs as well. Or yeah, those are basically your options there. Or just run incandescents. For me, even with those other solutions I mentioned, the LEDs will be on and off in a split second, and I really like this kind of pulsing fading effect. So if you have ideas about that, let me know. So far I've discovered that there's, it's an LED OCD board which will kind of help with this kind of pulse effect and better emulate the incandescent bulbs, but I don't know. For now, this is generally what I run until I find a budget conscious solution. You'll notice that the score there is pretty high. I discovered with this Era pinball machine that once you roll over, it actually just continues on. It doesn't sort of keep track of the fact that you had already rolled over, so you would have an inherent high score. So it is important. Oh, here we go. Here's the track mode with the LEDs, the GI flickering. It's actually kind of a cool little relay in there. It goes tick, tick, tick. Anyway, so what I discovered is, well, thanks to some friends of mine, what you do is, back in the day, is you would just forcibly tilt the machine and collect that high score on the back glass. So that was kind of cool. Without further ado, here we go. Oh, just this game is just so awesome, just to flip. There it is. Oh, I never heard that. Doesn't know what to do with the sound. Try an uppercut. Oh, not enough. Oh! Yes. Special. Give it to me. Yes. Ding. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Alright, there's my 5x. So now I'm ready to spell greatest the game to if I wanted to. Alright. That was fast. Oh. I admit, I was just shooting anything. Not fun the last couple balls there. So much fun. Well, I hope this gameplay is showing you, I don't know. I hope this is showing you that this is certainly one of the greatest pins. Doesn't seem too well known. People don't talk about it too much, but just an amazing theme. I mean, boxing theme, right? I mean, of the boxing themed pins, this is definitely one of the ones, the player's player of boxing, if you will. Awesome rules, as you've seen. It doesn't get old. You can't beat that. You know, those basic rules, shooting for those juicy stern drop targets, right? I mean, it's just so much fun and so fast. As you can see, this I can still increase the incline on this a bit too, but I find that it plays pretty well. Sometimes you increase the incline too much and it makes the out lanes a little less common, so it actually makes it easier. So, but I find this one's plays plenty fast for me. Just an amazing game. Harry Williams, FTW. Thanks a lot, all.